Hi guys, so nice to see you. It's lovely of you to pop in. My name is Denise, in case you didn't already know, and my channel is Ab Fab. So welcome. It has been a little while. I think I see that every single video, but for those of you who don't know, unlike a lot of my friends, I am a shift worker. I work in healthcare. Girl, Courtney, I got you. I know that you also are a hospital worker. Anyways, it's a little difficult sometimes with the schedules, and then on top of that, I just got over an eye infection and I had some kind of weird dermatitis or eczema or something happening on like 2/3 of my face on this side. Anyways, so I had to go au naturel. I had to like do the eye drops. I had to make sure there was nothing I was putting on my face that was irritating the skin situation. Anyways, it seems to have all cleared up, so yay for that. I'm also wearing my hashtag GC Squad, so what's up, GC Squad? But anyways, I just thought it would be fun. I picked up a few things. Of course, always try to stay away from Sephora. It's a very dangerous place for a makeup junkie to be, as you are all very well aware. But I always go in with a budget and I say nothing over $100. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but if you've gone to Sephora and you live in Canada, you know that that's pretty hard to do. But there was one thing in particular I was looking for, and then I ended up with, of course, two more things. So I just wanted to talk about a couple of the products that I picked up. So if you're interested in seeing what I recently picked up in Sephora, then just keep watching this video. So the first thing that I went in for, I may as well start with that, was I really wanted to go back, if you will, to a good tried and true concealer that has worked for me in the past, because I currently use right here in my makeup desk the NARS Shape Tape, which, don't get me wrong, I don't want any hate down below. It is really great. It's all that and a bag of chips, I know, except it is very full coverage and it's very drying. So you have to be like totally moisturized, which is, if you live in Canada, pretty difficult to do. Otherwise, it's setting into your fine lines and wrinkles. The other one that I was using that is also a cult classic and certainly a tried and true for me was the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer. That was this one that's in the pot. It is just amazing. It is so good, I think, for us mature YouTubers, because really a little bit goes a long way, and because it is like cream based, it just doesn't really settle into fine lines and wrinkles, and I can really, you know, just sort of lay it down exactly where I want it to be. Beautiful coverage, all of that. Two of them together weren't really doing the job, and I just thought, what was the one that I used to love way back when, before I did YouTube, and that was the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. So I went back, yes I did, and I purchased it. I always get it in light vanilla. I know, shocking, right? Light vanilla. But here it is here. It retails for, I think it was like $32. It was a lot of money. It is a lot of money, but it's always been a really great concealer for me, or had in the past, until just recently. So I'm just going to show you the color in case you are also very fair like myself, because it is a nice concealer because it's a very neutral kind of undertone. So you'll see it right there. It's very, very neutral. It shears out and blends really nicely. Gives a nice brightening effect, I really find, and I don't really have any dark circles, but yes, it's nice to have nice, fresh, and bright eyes. I am wearing it today, but can I just say, and I don't know if anybody else has experienced this, but did they change the formula on the Radiant Creamy Concealers by NARS? Because unless my skin got a whole lot drier in 2.5 to 3 years, they have changed the actual formula. I swear to you, it was a little bit more liquid before, if I remember correctly, and it never set into fine lines and wrinkles. And now it's a little drier, a little thicker. I don't know if they change it to be more opaque or more coverage, but let me tell you, this is setting into fine lines and wrinkles. And the first time ever, I know it's gonna be a shocker, but I've had to use a little light translucent powder to kind of set this after I put it on, so that it won't kind of get into that crepiness and the wrinkles under my eyes. So let me know if you've had a similar sort of situation with the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, because for $32, it should just make me look like I'm 20 years old. That's what I think. But I mean, still nice. Like I said, I am wearing it. I'm not dissing NARS. I love their products, but I don't know, I just feel like they have changed the formula on this a little bit. It's just a little bit drier, and I'm not really loving setting into my fine lines and wrinkles. Like, I'm not telling you anything that you don't already know if you're over 40. It's just a little bit drier and a little bit thicker, and it's not quite as hydrating and creamy as I once thought it was. I could totally be a lot drier this winter, but it just seems like they've changed it on me somehow. So anyways, that was one thing that I bought. I won't be returning it back. I mean, I certainly can use it. I will use it. It still gives good coverage, and like I said, it's quite brightening, but now I have to set it with a little translucent powder, which I never had to do before. So anyways, there's that one. Okay, the next one, as I was meandering through those fabulous aisles and those end stands, you know, I just thought, you know, I wanted something that was either Natasha Denona or Charlotte Tilbury. And if you've been to Sephora, you know neither of those two brands are cheap. And when I say cheap, I mean even more expensive than NARS $32 concealer. I'm talking they're even a notch higher. But they are beautiful, beautiful makeup lines, both of them perspective in their own ways. And I ended up leaving the Charlotte Tilbury display, even though I was like, please give me. I wanted to just get some of their amazing lipsticks, and they have that blush compact that I've been wanting. Anyways, not ready to throw down money on that, but was quite capable of walking over to Natasha Denona's display and throwing down, I think it was like $46 for a new spring blush. Now, did I really need a blush? No, I could continue on using my Milani Tea Rose, which is a beautiful blush. I could also continue to use my NARS Orgasm blush, absolutely, but the Pantone color of the year is coral, and I'm trying to embrace a little coral. And I don't like every shade of coral, but I love this. This was the Natasha Denona. This is their duo blush. So this is the number 14, this compact. You get golden coral as your blush, and then what I call the blush topper is the color 0222. Yeah, Toutou. I don't know who comes up with the name of that, but I just want to show you the actual color. This is such a pretty, pretty blush, and I was kind of like, I don't really think coral is my cup of tea, but girls, this is a beautiful, beautiful blush. So anyways, I need a little blush, so I'm just going to apply it because I'm like, oh, I look a little pale, but it just goes on. It's a lovely, fine, very diffuse powder that just lays down the right amount of pigment. And it's kind of funny because if you review and try a lot of makeup on, if you're like me, then you'll say that pigment is great, but in a blush, it's the pigment that's buildable, and it has to be soft and buildable, because if you just plunk it down and then you have to work like 20 minutes to blend it out, to me, that's not really a good blush. This is a beautiful, beautiful blush. It just has a slight light refracting pigments in there with that beautiful coral, that golden coral. And then the other side, number 2, which is Toutou is just kind of a nice, it gives just a little bit of sheen. Do you see that little sheen there? I wouldn't really even call it a highlighter, but again, not opposed to the dewy, fresh look, especially as I'm waiting patiently for spring. But when you put it just on the apples of the cheeks or even the bridge of the nose, it just gives just a little bit of light and freshness to the face. And who could be angry with that? Anyways, this is the Natasha Denona. This is the Duo Blush. This compact is number 14 with the golden coral and tutu. They have, I think, 6 different compacts in this one. You have to check it out. It's a little expensive, but it's Natasha Denona, and it is the Pantone color of the year. So embrace the coral, I say, especially when it's as pretty as this and it looks so natural. So the last thing that I purchased at Sephora was, I'm sure if you are like me, then you are a big makeup junkie. You are always kind of perusing the horizon for the newest, greatest launch. But anyways, so Becca. That was the one that had the new collab with Khloe Kardashian and her friend. Becca is a beautiful, beautiful makeup line again. They have this whole lipstick line that I believe was a part of it. And again, you can correct me down below if I'm wrong, but they put out these lipsticks. They are called the Becca Lip Supreme Love Lipsticks. And anyways, they're new to me, and I know some of them were part of that whole Khloe, sorry, getting them confused, collab with Becca. But here's the one that I picked out. First of all, you know I'm a sucker about packaging, and look at this packaging. It's magnetic. And you're like, okay, so there's lots of magnetic packaging out there. But while Fendi is pretty synonymous with the whole magnetic packaging, and it's not new in the cosmetic world, it certainly is new to me, and it's really handy because this is a significant size bullet lipstick packaging, and the best part is that you'll never lose the actual lid when you toss it into your handbag. So I just thought it was worth saying. It's a beautiful, beautiful packaging. Like I said, of course, it says Becca all the way around the top. I loved how they also categorized or color categorized the lipsticks, because they do them in the cool, the warm, and the neutral undertones. So if you know that you're neutral or cool undertone, then you kind of just go to that side. You don't have to be wasting your time swatching and looking out warm undertone lipsticks that aren't really going to suit you. So of course I knew that I was cool or neutral, and so I went right over, and of course if you watch my videos you know that I'm all about the plums and the mauves and the berries, anything that's in the cool or neutral category. I just thought this was just a beautiful wearable lipstick. Look at that. It goes down like a beautiful moisturizing satin. This is in the color Orchid in the cool category. You can see it, it's beautiful. What's so special about these is that they're all infused with this beautiful avocado oil, thus making it a very moisturizing, very comfortable feel to your lips. And also coupled with, get this, hyaluronic acid. If you know anything about hyaluronic acid, it holds 1,000 times its weight in water and moisturizers. Moisturizers, it is moisturizing to your lips. So it's just going to keep all of that really essential moisture to your lips. It's not going to dry them out. And with the avocado oil, it's beautiful. Does it have a smell? It has a very, very light smell to it, but it's not perfumey, so I don't think it should be too irritating for you. Beautiful color selection, beautiful packaging. It's expensive again. I think this was $29 Canadian at Sephora. But really, you have to go check out these lipsticks. I've been telling everybody that's asked me at work or some of my girlfriends what's a really good new lipstick that is moisturizing. That is definitely one I would recommend time and time again. So check, check, check. Meets all of the criteria that I would want in a nice, nourishing lipstick for this time of year. All right, so those were the 3 items that I purchased at Sephora. Yeah, it was around $100. I know, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But I wasn't done, because when I had originally gone into Sephora, I went for the concealer, but I also wanted to get a replacement mascara because sadly my Hourglass Caution mascara finally bit the dust. And there was some new launches of drugstore mascaras, so I got myself this one, which is Snap Mascara by Maybelline, and it just got released, so I was like, okay, what's this all about? And thought I would have to pick it up because I heard some interesting things about it, and I'm like, is that going to be a good replacement for everyday mascara for me? And the answer to that question would be yes, it is. So if you haven't heard about the new launch of the Maybelline Snap Mascara, what's all the buzz about? Well, this is one of the first, certainly I think the first that Maybelline put out. It is a mascara that is without any waxes. So what does that mean to you? You'd be like, well, it could flake, it could rub all over, it could give you the old raccoon eyes. First of all, it doesn't, and without any waxes, you could take this off, I'm not even joking, with just warm water and a face cloth. You don't even need makeup remover. That's what I love best about this mascara, because I like the whole idea of it just being that it has no waxes in it, it's easy to take off, so it's not going to be irritating to my very sensitive eyes, and it's going to come off with my micellar cleansing water, or just soap and water, or warm water, as they say, without tugging and pulling. So that was beautiful, and it did. I just put the micellar cleansing pad on my eye, held it for 2 seconds, took it off, and boom, all the mascara traces were off like within seconds. So that was wonderful. The other thing was that it was rich in the pigment, and I think this is in the color Extreme Black. And I thought, you know, the packaging is pretty cute, drugstore prices, and then it has a real bristle brush, which I absolutely love. Extreme Black, which is beautiful, especially if you have, you know, I have lashes that are pretty long, but they're pretty fine. So it gives a nice length to them, nice definition with that real bristle brush. And the curved part kind of allows for a little wing at the side to kind of wing out the longer ones. And the best part is at the end of the day, whoosh, it just comes off like a snap, just like it's called Snap Mascara. So anyways, that is it. That's my little shopping stash that I purchased the last couple of weeks. If you've purchased anything that is new and exciting down below and you think I should know about it, please let me know. I would be so excited, especially if it's something that's going to get us thinking about spring. And that's about it, you guys. Until I see you next week, I wish you all, as I always do, an absolutely fabulous week. Take care. Bye, everybody.